Well, good afternoon. Sorry about that. A bit late today, running slightly behind. Panos, sorry about your email. It went out an hour early. We got a new email system, so apologies for that. Be fixed up next time. So what is up, everybody? Welcome to Homa Academy Live number 20 today. Hope you're doing well. How's your week been? Do let me know in the chat. I've got some new games to go over as normal today. I'm going to play through 3 new ones that I picked out. The list is relatively short for mainly because I'm being way more selective on the ones I'm choosing. Obviously looking through all the bigger games and the interesting prototypes as normal. But yeah, looking a little bit more closer at the game. Still not playing them, of course. But yeah, just trying to be a little bit more selective so we get a little bit more playtime. Hope that will help most people. What is up, Uzar? What is up, Johnny? What is up, Hassan? What is up, Colette? What is up, Jules? Good to see everybody. Happy Friday to you. Hope you enjoyed last week. Do leave a comment on last week's video on YouTube, by the way, if you got some value out of it. That would help me out a ton. And do the like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. And let's get going today. Let's try and get plenty of playtime in. Okay, so what is up there? Ahoy. I just saw your elbow. You just booked a session for next week. So that is good to know. Let's just try and fix my camera here. Oh, that is really odd. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Like I said, a little bit short on time. So, Stone Excavator by Supercent. Let's have a look at some of these. All right, looking forward to that, dude. So I think this one here we've seen. Obviously, it's reminiscent of the Voodoo Crusher game. But this one looks pretty decent to me. Looks like a little bit more meat on the bones to the actual game itself, rather than just where Brick Crusher, of course, you would just do the walls. Looks like you're mining for certain stuff here. So again, these ones, I've only seen the screenshots and stuff. These are the links are in the description right now. And I recommend you go and check them out at your own leisure if you want to dive deeper into it. But very much a 2D type game, this one, for sure. Lots of pixels. Looks kind of good. Now, Supercent. Nice colours. Yeah, there is nice colours, this one. Looks pretty good all round, I think. Supercent, and maybe Jill can remember, I'm not sure, but Supercent had a very... Let's have a look at their Supercent. What did they do? They had a very big game at one point. I could be... Let's have a look real quick. No, going back a little while now. K-Games. This was their biggest hit, I think. The Squid Game one. This one did really well for them. 21,000 ratings for this one. So when Squid Game hit, this was pretty much number 1, I think. Certainly did really well on Android. But that's the one I was thinking of. K-Games Challenge. That did really well for them. So no, it's not their first rodeo, so to speak. This one really looks like the SayGames game. Oh, it is very similar to the SayGames game. All right, so that's the Stone Excavator. So go and check that one out. Looks pretty good. Now, this one is from Supersonic, I believe. Yeah, so new one from Supersonic, string art. Bucket Crusher Clones is outdated. Yeah, I think you're probably right. But as when we see those sort of games, they are rife for innovation because it was so basic. Has anyone done a really good 3-dimensional one of those yet? You know, think of these sort of things, because that was really 2D, and that mechanic itself of clawing through and the slow upgrades was pretty addictive. So you could do a really decent 3D version of it. That one looks like they took it in a different direction, but I'd be looking at 2D to 3D type thing. So these are really popular on TikTok, where you basically set the thing off and it just goes all that and draws pictures, which I can imagine. There we go. We can see it there. Good screenshots. Only 3, mind you. But it tells you the story going through the screenshots on this one. I don't know who that is. 3D requires really good optimization. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a doozy to build, but that would be that's where the innovation could come, like a really good 3D version of it. Be super juicy with 3D cubes bouncing around as well. Right? So this is popularized by TikTok, just out from Supersonic. It's been out a week or so, I think. Very much an idle type game by the looks of things. So very much just the leveling up system here. But that looks pretty good. So if you're into that, that could be kind of neat. A bit of ASMR-ish type stuff. Mine Survivor. What's this one? No videos today. Oh, no. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Okay. So a whole host of different stuff going in on this one. Looks like some sort of defender type scenario there where we're upgrading and spinning around and chopping these baddies as they come to us. What's this digging bit then? I'm not sure where the digging bit comes in. That might be worth checking out. It looks like kind of an interesting concept, that one. Kind of a digging mechanic and a sort of a defender type mechanic. That's pretty neat. This one is not brand new, but this obviously last week we had the concentrating on the hybrid casual stuff. When Blob Hero, yeah, very much so, Johnny. It's got that kind. Oh, we've got a video. Very much so. It's got that kind of vibe. But I like it when you have those two different things. It can work really well. So this is an old sort of driving game. Was out last week or so, but as I said, hybrid last week. We missed playing this one. I probably would have played this one. But this looks really smart. Oh, we've seen that before. Let's go start that again. So these are weirdly addictive, these sort of games. We released a couple of these back in the day. I probably said that 100 times on the stream, but they're kind of good fun. So looks like a decent one. And we know it's got a level of quality that comes with SayGames. So this could be worth checking out. That's pretty nice to me. Look at some of these screenshots. So some nice environments. Different vehicles. Very nice. Airport. Okay. This looks cool to me. Very nice indeed. So I highly recommend going and checking that one out. I think I probably will. And first off, the ones we're going to play today. This is a really pure hyper casual from SayGames, released this week. And this is Bounce Dunk. Oops. So, very old school hyper casual. Got the typical SayGames feel about this one. So we'll check this one out today. Looks like kind of fun. Interesting to see such a pure hyper casual, but it might be deeper, I'm not sure, but we'll find out today. Airport Rush from MondayOFF. Well, hyper casual has not gone away, guys. I said this to you last time, remember? Hyper casual is still a huge opportunities for hyper casual. Nothing's changed, but we are seeing more. Let's turn my mic down there a bit. You know, there's still huge opportunities for hyper casual. Nothing's changed. So, you know, it's just a slightly harder to do now in terms of coming up with those ideas. But good ideas are good ideas regardless, right? So build your airport, manage the security, gain profits, open a duty-free shop, and issue the tickets. Full disclosure, I did have a play of this one because I was kind of curious of how it would go, and I kind of got into this one a little bit. I thought it was good fun. I think they've done a good job here, so kudos to the devs. I thought this was good fun. So I would personally recommend that if you like an arcade idle. It's very simple, but super chill. And I knew we weren't going to play it today, so I just wanted to check it out. Now, this one is new from Voodoo. This is, you tell me here, look at this. So, this is almost borderline AAA mobile here. Not your typical game that we'd associate with Voodoo, but this looks really high quality. So we just can't not play this today. What do you think? Pretty good, right? So we're going to check that one out today. This one looks super nice. Graphics look really good, and I think I've said before that I'm not a huge fan of the realistic graphics, but this one actually looks like proper 3D realistic graphics, which I think looks it looks really great. I mean, the models of the soldiers here and the gun, it really does look like next level quality. So we're going to check that one out today. My Tidy Life. Now this looks like it's got tons of different stuff going into it. Really sweet graphics. We know the tidying up one works well. Different rooms. Clean out your house. Okay, spice cupboard. Put the right stickers on. Okay. So mini games. Different houses on the map here to go through, which is kind of cool. Is this type of game can have low CPI? Sure. I mean, why not? I mean, the thing is, what you got to remember is that if you get the marketability right, there is an audience for it. Now, it's not mass market because it's shoot 'em and that, but Voodoo obviously thinks so. So, depending on the LTV and the different KPIs of the game, it can work, right? Well, let's check it out. Let's see. So, this one looks like it's got tons of different mini games. So, I thought this one looked kind of cool. Looks like there's a lot of work. The quality's good on this one. Yeah, it can be anything, right? There's no right or wrong. Some just work, some just don't. And last off today is this one, which I think looks really smart. It's game from MondayOFF. Evil Genius. So, like going back from what we were saying last week, you've got some kind of collection room here or ingredients room. You've got a card system. You've got it looks like a .io city IO type game here. Different monsters, cool environments. It looks very smart to me. So based on that, we're going to play that. So there you go. There's the quick roundup. As always, over on the Discord. Come and join us on the Discord if you haven't already. And you'll see the games on this post here that I'm updating throughout the week, so you get first look of what I see and what's coming up. And you can tell me as well if you think there's any games we should play. The link's in the description for the Discord, so go ahead and join us on there. We'll be sharing more and more. Certainly in the new year, we're ramping everything up, so make sure you're part of the Discord so you can get a good look of what's happening. Alrighty, so let's go over to our settings and put ourselves on airplane mode for this. So I'm going to find our games and we're going to play on airplane mode to remove the ads as we're playing today. Hopefully we can. And this is the bounce dunk from SayGames. I will go into the set. Is it not going to let it load? God damn it. Oh yeah, maybe. All right. Okay, we're straight in. Homer's monster is used everywhere in so many games now. Yeah, it is. It is. But there we go. Leading the way. Did I mention? I don't think I mentioned last week. Merge Master. 100 million downloads reached last week. Pretty amazing stuff. We're all very excited about that. So straight into this game anyway. Let's concentrate on this one. So, great bit of onboarding. How to play. Literally just simple pop-up here. Perfectly adequate and okay. I'm going to go into the settings and make sure there's no music. I'm going to turn the music off because we keep getting monetized on YouTube. Not that this channel, of course, is not monetized for you guys. All the adverts are off. But if we get a copyright strike, YouTube will put adverts on for the copyright holder. So I need to remember to do that. All right. So the graphics look really good. That ball is very shiny and very real. And let's just tap. Oh, it's this. Okay. So tapping down makes our ball go faster. We've seen this mechanic 100 times. Oh, boo. Alright, so this is a real pure hypercasual. Okay. Okay. I've not once got it in the hoop yet, which is disappointing. Okay. Right. Yeah, it has, Elbow, totally. It really has. And it spawned a lot of copycats and games from that. But yeah, you know. 100 million downloads. Unbelievable. That's so many. Alright, so I'm underwhelmed from that. I'm not a big fan of this mechanic on a personal level. But there's nothing wrong with it. Let's have a look at the shop real quick. Shields. Okay. Right, so quite a lot of stuff. How do we get these things? 64. Right. I didn't get the goal of the game. For this one, we're just getting to... I don't know. There doesn't look like there's any death sort of... I'm gonna... Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this is a pure hypercasual. You're just looking at a core loop here. And just the fun of trying to get it in these... busting this stuff, picking up the money... and trying to get it in these hoops, which I am absolutely terrible at doing, clearly. And that's it, get it to the end. It's the dude with the flag. Same, but I'm happy for Homa because they were literally the first publisher to recognise the genre. Yeah, probably. Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of crossover somewhere, but, you know, there's a lot of the publishers that we saw a long time ago that have... they're all condensing down now, and the winners win here. So we've got a level progression bar. Let's get back to this one. We've got a level progression bar at the top here. Kind of went unnoticed. So we had a box, then a mushroom. Now we've got a box again, and we've got a mystery coming up. Yeah, I mean, you should definitely try. There's nothing wrong with these games. I guess for me, because we've been playing the hyper casuals for such a long time, it's a little biased in a way compared to others. So I'm not really the target on this. I mean, they've made this really well. I think the environment's great, helping that dude out there. And we're looking at all the feedback on the games, you know, everything has a reaction particle to it, which is fantastic. Everything moves. When we bounce up and down, there's particle effects. Every time we bash on something that wobbles, these are the things that you really need to concentrate on to make sure your polish is there. But it's very lightweight in terms of game design. Not level design, but game design. At the moment, at least. I am so bad at getting these hoops. I just... There's this mystery thing. Oh, I got a different ball. Okay, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I got it stuck. Okay. Alright, so it's nice to see the quality. I'm finding it hard to get excited about that. Johnny. Looks like a collaboration could come there. Alright, new ball is now available in the shop. Oh, you don't even get to keep it. Okay. I mean... See, when I see the Voodoo game and that other one, I just like... I find it difficult to keep wanting to play in this one, but... This is a proper snackable game. It's kind of nice. I think the next time oh, do I die? That was cool. Alright, so you can lose then. Alright. Yeah, get over on the Discord and connect over there. Perfect. One of the reasons the Discord is there, right? So you can do some collaborations and have that place where you can commonly meet. Nice. So I'm doing a bit better this. Oh my god. Alright. You like it a lot so far, do you, Colette? Yeah, death animation is great. This is a really nice pure hyper casual game. I'm not going to lie. The quality is there. The graphics are fantastic. It's kind of a detailed level environment, and yet nothing is distracting from the core game, which is great. There's a lot of good things about this. What did I die on? Oh yeah, there was a hole there. That was a bit mean. Alright, a few more guys. What we got? This hour goes so quick. Alright. Oh yeah, nice. So see the fire hydrant there? So I mean, all the feedback when we're doing this, there's a hole there, which is kind of sneaky deaky. I really want to get that. Look at that. Skills. So yeah, everything that we're touching has a feedback. Very nice. Death animation. And yeah, it is a little bit like Crash Bandicoot, isn't it? Blimey, I haven't seen that game in a hot minute. Alright. Rinse and repeat. Pure hyper casual. Let me know what you think in that chat. Now, it's your first time here. You should know that you can definitely just break your duck in the chat there. And let me know what you think out of 10. What do we think? What do you think? It's an 8 for Colette. It's an 8.5 for Elbow. I think for what it is, it's very good. Oh, I can't afford it. It's a 10 for card. It is pretty cool. 8 for looks, animation and fun. Yeah, I've got a feeling this, it might be better with sound. It's definitely got a tie-in with the sound here, but I'm not going to turn it on because of the reasons I said. The level design looks really nice. Great pick up and play. It's hard to really be negative about it. It's kind of addictive. This is way more fun, this level. And just as I... oh, hold on. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't realise I was going to do that. Voodoo. My favourite name to say ever. Okay, one more. There we go. There's a good hyper casual core loop. Just one more. Kind of got the hang of it now. Hey. Nice. A cat there. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. Definitely once you get into the rhythm, it's a lot more fun. A lot of Mario elements like the flagpole and bouncy music symbols. Yeah, that's a good shout, Colette. Yeah, it is. The flag at the end. It's definitely the Mario and the little music. So I recommend that one. That's from SayGames. Pretty good indeed. It's got a longer title than Bounce, Dunk, Dribble something, that one. Like I said, links are down below. Very nice indeed. Let's have a look at the Voodoo game here while we've got plenty of time. And let's see what this is all about. I mean, just that graphic on that splash screen there is very, very nice. Look at that. Okay, I'm just going to rewind that again because I don't remember seeing Voodoo's splash screen here. No, we've just got this gun. Alright. Okay. So, this looks kind of next level really, doesn't it? You think it's going to be game of the week? Let's find out. So, hold to play. So, pretty good onboarding. Got a health meter down the bottom there. This does not look like a typical hyper casual. Oh, wow, he's really fast. And here is my gun that controls pretty nice. Good power-ups. Going to check out the sound in a minute because I can't hear nothing. I think a game like this has got to have the shooting sound. Environment is good. Character graphics are good. Oh, I didn't get the things. Alright. What is happening here? So, I've got no sound at all here. Almost looks like Voodoo is buying games instead of priorities, like you mentioned for some games. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, it certainly looks that way. I mean, if these games are being submitted to them, they want to release them as soon as they can, right? So a lot of the times they'll update the splash screen. It shouldn't stop you releasing, but it definitely feels like they're going around scooping up games or something. All right. I'm going to go into the settings here, sound, music, and haptics. So let's turn the sound off. Turn the haptics off because I'm on iPad. Look at this. Can you move the map? I thought I could move the map. Be nice to have realistic games in the hyper-casual market, though. Would add to our spectrum. Sure, yeah. I mean, I think these. I don't think they're sort of. They're certainly more casual, but they're taking the instant action, pick up and play type stuff, right? That's where, for all the hate that hyper-casual gets, what they have done is really simplified the way the onboarding and the pure like instant action type stuff, but this is nowhere near hyper casual. Yeah, the run animation was a bit hectic. We have got no sound at all here, have we? What's happening here? I do not know. Just trying to look at this real quick, guys. Just give me a second. Don't actually know why. Okay, I have to go quiet. You got to shoot the medals. Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting. All right, so last time I went to, I pressed on the map thinking I could move around it, but it's a static map. So if you remember what we were saying last week about adding the maps, and this can kind of act as your story, just shows you that you're going up here. It's so powerful with very little, and this one, of course, is not very fancy at all. We've got some upgrades to the bullets, and we've got some money, so we might as well do the upgrades here. We might as well do everything we can. And we're on mission 3, and we're just going to tap to play. Very quick to load in. He has got a bit of a twerking run animation there, which is okay. I mean, it is very much a shooter though. It's not. There's nothing original. I must remember to shoot those medals as soon as I see them. I keep trying to wait for them. I like the fact that he runs to the next. What would you call that? I don't know. Like the next part within the level, little safe zone where the gun is. I think that's kind of neat. Pretty juicy. What's getting me there? Mission complete. Okay. Kills 31, headshots 4. Pretty poor. Gun post. Yeah, that'll do. You get my point, right? So it's split into 3, and then we get that first wave. Then he runs up. I think that's always nice. Adds a bit of interest for the level design. Gets a little bit more immersive. Let's do one more upgrade here. Let's go to mission 4 and let's see what happens after that. Ooh, helicopter. I like it. We're going to blow these things up. Nice. So we've seen quite a lot of games like this, haven't we? Very nice to get a mix up of the levels after level 4. I think that's really smart. Big fan of that. Not sure about the propeller blades at the top. It's a little bit distracting. Pretty cool, though. So yeah, I think if we were said that this came from Voodoo even just a few months ago, we'd be all kind of surprised. But yeah, this is nowhere near hyper casual as we know it. Where are we going here then? Hello? Game is mere, but Voodoo generally adds in follow-up levels. So let's see. Yeah, I think you know, if you ever want to see how Voodoo can take their games, is look at Mob Control. When Mob Control first released, we played it back on the stream way back when that first released. And kudos to Voodoo, because they've completely changed that game, and they've basically made that game into a hybrid casual now. And they've added all sorts of things in, which so it's just getting it's getting that likability and the marketability of these games, and then put in. This is where the publishers and certainly the experts here at Homa can do the same thing. They add this stuff on, and they it's data driven, so we know it works. So just when you see these games released, they're never finished. The whole app store is built on this update system, right? Back in the day, you'd release a cartridge or a CD, and that was it. But now, obviously, we can update all the time. So I update, get it out there, get some feedback, and see how it works. Yeah, Mob Control was completely rebuilt. If you liked Mob Control, the mechanic of that, which was really satisfying and good, you should check that game out now. It's fantastic. They've done an amazing job. So it's constantly charting now, which is taking that core hyper casual game and really looking at how to expand it to a hybrid. And it's a really good example. All right. Not my style, says Johnny. I've got to be honest, Johnny. It's not my style either. I think this map is hideous. This blurred out. It's not built for iPad. It looks. You can't even really see the map here. We've got a chapter 2 now. Updates. We've got a new rifle, which of course we're going to do. I guess we're going to go back to our man here, are we? All right. So what's the rifle all about then? Okay, so this is, yeah, I mean, look up. Okay. Oh, there's the parachuters. We saw this on the video. Kind of interesting, but I mean, this could be from any sort of, I don't know, good little stumble there. Let's have a couple more guys. Okay. Drones are pretty cool. I mean, wait, what? We got a sniper with us. Is that what it was? Looks like they overcompassed this texture. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. Never seen a... yeah, that's right. It is a little bit like that. Oh, it's freezing today. Don't know what you guys have. -4 yesterday. Like, what is going on? All right. What's the time? So we've got it says helper rifle. So my bad. I didn't really read that. So we've got a dude here with a rifle going alongside us. Let's do one more thing. These are a lot harder to kill. Oh, they've got just running into a machine gun with explosives. Probably not the smartest of cookies, but there you go. Each to their own. Okay. This is a very strange one for me. I mean, there's absolutely, of course, there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm thinking for me, if I wanted to play one of these sort of games, wouldn't I just go like Call of Duty or something? I know it's not identical, so don't beat me up, but you get my point. I'm not sure. I don't know where this fits. I'm not sure where this fits on the scale of things for me. I'm going to call it because I really want to check that other one out. So let me know what you think. Exactly, yeah. I think I'd go somewhere different for this type of game. For this case, it's nothing wrong with it. It's really quite all right. I mean, I think the ice environment to start off with is getting on level 7. What are we thinking in that chat? Let me know. Because obviously I'm just... you may love it. I just can't... I'm just not in love with it, I guess is my overall feeling. But it's really good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The devs have built it really well, so kudos for them. It's kind of smart. It's a 5 for killing people instead of zombies. With zombies, it would have been a 6. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Where's all these? Let's blow these guys up. This is a little bit more exciting. Oh, we got a tank. Okay. Kind of going to need a bigger rifle. Wait, what? 9 for Voodoo. Amazing. It's a bit close. I mean, the tank was cool. Could have had an extra point for more zombies. I like it, Cargar. Elbow 7.5, Panos a 7. So a solid 7. Yeah, it's one of these ones. I think it will sort of cut the room a little bit for me. It's kind of not what I want to play on mobile for me personally. And that's just it. I'm thinking more Nintendo than Call of Duty for me. But it's a good solid build, and be interesting to see where Voodoo takes this one and see what they do to change it. So I think that would be the best thing. How do they change the gameplay, if at all? Do they add anything else? Can we get back to the home screen here? We can't actually get back. So we're stuck here. So it's kind of a linear in that way. Enemy are kinds of unresponsive and non-hazardous. Works well, but not entertaining at all for me. Hassan, you summed it up perfectly. It's just not entertaining. It's neither here nor there for me. Johnny says it's a 6. I can't pronounce that name. It's actually looking good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this game. It's one of these ones you either really like it or don't like it. I think they built it really well, so I'm not bashing it at all. It's just not hugely entertaining. And apart from the tank was pretty good coming in, and the parachuters, paratroopers, or whatever you call them, were pretty good. But I don't know, just wasn't entertaining for me. But there we go. Good scores all around. So kudos to Voodoo and the developer. We don't know the developer on that one. But let's have a look at Evil Genius. So again, we're looking for all this sort of stuff that when you're making your games, what can we take into them and how are we feeling? And that's where you need to be kind of like get that vibe about your game and be really sort of how do we say it? Be really real with yourself. Like, how are you feeling when you play it? It's very difficult when you're building it yourself because there's a different attachment and you played it so much and you're normally way better than anyone else ever would be. But if you're really honest with yourself, this is why I'm playing them now, and you're rating it 9s and 7s and 6s and all the rest of it. How are you feeling about your game? That's why we do this, to get a feel of it. You know, not that anything are bad or there are, and you don't like the art and the theme, says Johnny. It's not my bag, but obviously it's published by Voodoo, so they obviously think it's doing quite well for them. The difference is like, what would you do to it, and how can you make it more, you make it more fun, for a better word for me, or maybe more immersive, being that type of game. You know, you're feeling bad about my own game. Well, you know, take away from this today the stuff that you need, the questions you need to be asking yourself. And that's why, like I said, this is why we do it, right? To try and be honest with ourselves, because the more we can try and be more critical of our own stuff, the better we will ultimately become. Let's go down to now and continue by Slimes and MondayOFF. Slimes, never heard of these guys. I'm really excited about this one. Okay. There we go. Now, do you remember last week I was talking about story? That was it. So the superhero knocked him over and we walked back into evil corp. So we're the evil dude. So I think that's really smart, and that's a classic example. I swear I didn't know that was there. I think that's really smart. Just sets the scene, just that tiny little bit. Amazing. All right. If you want to win absolutely nothing, you tell me what the error is on this opening screen. I'm just going to have a quick slurp. I'll let you look at the screen, and if you want to win absolutely nothing, you let me know in that chat. First one, what is wrong with this screen? Is your eagle eyes open wide today? Let me know. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Anyone? Anyone? Text too far to the right. Only 2 elements to mix. Spelling, says Colette. Well done, Colette. Well done, Panos. There we go. So this is all about, just, I know even if English isn't your native language, just get someone to look at it. Because what a shame. They've spelt it right at the top there. And whoever said it is too far over to the right, I totally agree. It does look a little bit weird. But we can let him off that. But choosing gradient is pretty poor considering this is the first thing we're seeing. Yeah, so the adds button is a bit wonky. But, this is really kind of important stuff. Just give it an eyeball. That's exactly it. No regrets. Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, so mix 2 ingredients to create a monster. All right, we can do that. So we only have 2, so that's fine. So let's choose that one, which looks like a stone or diamond or something, and fire. Let's do it. Ooh, very nice. Oh, come on. Very good. Right, so we're the evil genius guy. We've gone up to the tower. We mixed our stuffs, and we created a monster, and he's jumped out the window. That is very smart. So immediately it's set the scene for us, which I like that. How did they get one spelling right and not the other? Exactly, that was my point. So it would have been it would have been okay. Probably it wouldn't have been so noticeable, right? Okay, so our mission here. This is pretty nice. Our mission is to kill the blue dudes and set the buildings on fire to get cards. I think that's what we got to do. Try to crush everybody, destroy more. Good luck and go ahead. There's too many exclamation marks there. Oh, was it a shark tooth? All right, I'll let you off. Let's go. That's what we got here. Hero is on the way. Oh, that's smart. And we got a minute. And it's an eye. Oh, wow. Okay. That's quite lively. So it is literally hold.io type thing here, right? Ah, look at this. Oh, it controls really nice. Did I just get a card? Oh, I'm really fast. What are these dudes? Okay. So let's try and pick this one off. Nice. Okay. Oh. Oh, no. Slimes in play. Alright, wow. There was a lot going on there. Pretty cool. Great concept. I like this level complete screen, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. So the controls were a bit crazy there. I think I picked up a couple of power-ups really quick, so I didn't get to feel the normal speed of it, but that was kind of interesting to me. So level 1 completed. We got 100%, we got 52 of the dudes. We blew up 71% of what we could have done. And we got 60%, 66% of the baddies that came in, or like the police or whatever they are that came in. We've got a 3-star system to unlock a safe here, and we got some money. And we got 5 levels until we hit a new environment. So all in all, you've got a similar game to show in our next meeting. Well, I am super pumped for that then. Awesome. Pretty good. Oh, so we've got a new stone, and now we've got 3 ingredients. Alright. Use the new ingredients to create new monsters. Alright, let me know in the chat then. Come on. I'm flagging a little bit today. What are we going to mix? Help me out here. You can do it. I'm going to have a slurp. Before next level completion, I don't feel like I will finish the level. Maybe last hit can be slow-mo. Yeah, that is a great point, Hassan. That did finish really abruptly. I think the camera zoomed into the monster, but we were sort of cut behind a sign there. We'll have a look at it though. That's a really good point. I think you need to make a bit of a bigger deal about that, and a slow-mo and a nice camera pan, I think, is the way to go with these IO games, right? But I think it does do something like that. I think it was unfortunate that we were behind like a what do you call them? Like a banner thing, right? 1 and 3, stone and fire. Stone, fire. Well done, Jules. Let's mix it. Who we got? This is really smart. I love this. Oh, there's the dude that I got for the screenshot. Alright, what's he do then? I love the fact that the hero's on his way. I think that's a really great touch. And it's just the same. So we're running around trying to get these little blue dudes. The controls are pretty good. So it's pretty hard to keep talking while I'm doing this because it's on a timer. Got a power up there. Got pretty big. Got 98% of something. Here's a card, and there's the little dude. Let's get him. I think I should have got that card. There we go. Ooh. So is that what you meant, Hassan? I think they could slow that down. I think that's a great shout. I think it did that before. But we just got the camera wonked out, I think, where we were. Alright. 100% of the people this time. 100% of the police. 25% of the environment. Alright. I love that he jumps through the glass and into the level. Yeah, I think this is great. And this is kind of, like I said, we had that bit at the start, and this kind of reinforces and sets the tone of the game. And I really think it's important here that you try and think about these little touches, because this takes it next level rather than, just starting into like an IO game. Like, just there you go. This puts into some context. Oh, okay. So now I can level up. I prefer this dude we just used. So, oh, look at this. So, very much hybrid in action here with the multi-stats leveling up. 3 separate stats to level up within Lava Man himself. So, growth, speed, and luck. Luck's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? We get a free level up, so I'm going to press it. Alright, that's relatively disappointing. So I've got 347. Why can't I spend that there? It costs 11.25. Quite sure how that works. Okay. Pretty nice though. It literally says collection at the top there. That's kind of nice though. So what did we do? We didn't do that and that, did we? I can't remember. What should we do? Was that the first one we did? Or did it automatically for us? Oh, okay, Thorn. I didn't think we'd done that one. Oh, he didn't bust through that time. He ran out the door. Alright. Oh, what's he doing? He's shooting. God, this dude's really slow compared to the other ones. It's a really cool idea, though. I honestly can't make up my mind about it. I don't... For some reason, I thought the controls were okay, but I'm not... There's something weird about these controls. He looks clunky compared to the others. Yeah, maybe that's what it was, just this one. Doesn't feel very nice in your hand or under the finger. First one was 1 and 2. Wait, what was that say? First one was 1 and 2. This is 1 and 3. Okay. We definitely got the combos there now, haven't we? Level 4. Daily rewards. Okay. Nice. Disable the ads. Decent pop-up. Still only these ones to do. What's this? Oh, these are what we saw on the screenshot. Oh, see, these are the elements. Oh, that's cool. So what's great about this now is that we know that level 4 here, we get whatever that is, right? So this immediately puts that progression system into the game and gives you something to head for. I think here, with these buttons popping up, I would draw attention to these buttons. So you see where the ads is flashing on the left? You should definitely, on the button that came up on that, because that icon's very strange. They look like sirens. I would be putting one of the easiest ways of doing it is putting one of the little dots you get in for notifications, right? Just put a red dot on that icon and give it an exclamation mark or a 1 or something, and immediately we're all programmed to click on it because we got a new message, right? So stuff like that I think would be really handy. So how do we get to level 4? Past level 4. So that should become available after this one. Let's do this one again. And it tells us that was going to make Lava Man on that screen that I hadn't noticed. This is really smart the way he jumps in there though. So different environment, we've got hospital here. So yeah, this one's way better to control. That other one was really, didn't feel right at all to me, like that dog or whatever. I know it wasn't a dog, but I forget what it was called, Thorn or whatever. That didn't feel very nice at all to me. His speed is appreciated. Okay. Yeah, this is way more fun with this guy. Okay. Yeah, we did. Did I do it? What happened there? Didn't even think I'd done it. Alright, we got all the dudes. We did quite well then, actually. Alright, when's this safe open then? There's our new ice, which is great, which we knew we were going to unlock. Okay. What are we going for then? Unique ability doesn't reflect well in the gameplay, low. Doesn't seem to, does it? Who's going to choose what we got? We got one of the 3 elements that we've already had and the ice. So you let me know. I'm going to have another quick slurp. I think this is kind of neat though. I really like the idea of this game. I like the fact that you can mix superheroes or probably not heroes, super baddies or whatever. Let me know in that chat real quick. Ice and stone for Jilly. Ice and fire for Elbow. I don't know. Ice and fire is interesting. What happens when we do ice and fire then? Okay, let's do it. Well, beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder here. Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. So endless possibilities for this game. This one controls way nicer as well. I think what's firing? Is that us? I think we've got a laser beam going on here. Yeah, we got like a Cyclops laser beam. That's pretty cool. Okay. Few more of these dudes. Getting that card. Definitely feel like the monsters should go a bit bigger here. They don't seem to be they don't seem to be like massive. Okay, so there's our first card. We'd pick ice and fire. Alright, where's this safe? I'm just going to start wrapping it up in a minute. What did Jill say? Ice and stone. So this will be a news one. Let's do it. Ooh, he looks awesome. So you can definitely have a lot of fun with this. I did it. I wasn't paying attention. Right, so he is tiny, this guy. But he's really quick. He's my favourite control so far. By a long shot. This is way more fun. Yeah, it doesn't feel... Who said that it doesn't feel like the upgrades are reflecting in the gameplay? You don't feel massively powerful with these things. That's the only thing I'll say about it. They are spreading out like all over the shop here. Alright, 9 seconds, gonna be tweet. Yeah, that's a fail, right? There's our superhero. Oh, okay. Failed. Alright, well. On that note, what do we think? Jesus, my camera's all over the shop today. I have no idea what's going on. That'll do. So, what do we think of that? Do I just move my chair? There we go. Maybe? I don't know what's happening. Okay, so what do we think? I think this is really cool. I want to get back to the home screen, which I can't now. Start with me again. Let me know, and we're going to start to wrap up today. But I don't think this one feels as powerful as I'd like it. It doesn't feel as good as it should. The idea is fantastic. I'll give them props to that. There's just something about it for me playing it, and it might not even come across as you're watching, but as I'm playing, doesn't feel like it's very superhero-y. I've just, you probably don't know what I mean. These things need to be more bigger. It needs to be more Godzilla and less, less Superman and more epically massive Titan type thing, right? What are we all saying? 6, it needs some polish, yeah, agreed. 8, interesting, lots of places to take this, yeah. All the monsters mostly do melee damage, so abilities don't seem useful or unique in the gameplay. I think that's a easy fix. A 9 for Panos. Loads of room for improvement. 7, but can be improved. Yeah. I want to go back here. Okay. So, we've got the mixing element. We've got the collection element here, which then is directly tied in to the mixing area here, which I guess will scroll. we have a card system here with lots of different baddies on it. So we got 4 through that. What is there? 16, 15 at the moment. Pretty nice. And we've got our daily rewards here, which is pretty cool. So overall, I think they did a pretty good job here. 7.5 for elbow. Very nice. And there's some different environments that we can see at the top there. You can just about see on your on the top of the screen there. We've got a beach environment coming next, which I believe was what we saw on one of the screenshots. All right, there we go. Okay, everything has gone pairs today here. All right, sorry about that. So bounce dunk to start us off. SayGames, really good, pure hyper casual game. Great mechanic. I finally got into the flow of it at the end, which was pretty nice. Graphics outstanding. Incredible feedback. Everything that bounced or moved or touched had a reaction against it, which is a really high level of polish that we'd expect. So you guys really like that one. I find it kind of hard to get overexcited, but as overall, it was a really good version of that mechanic and kind of fun. Very Nintendo-y, very old school SayGames, which I enjoyed. Then we had Infantry attack from Voodoo, which was a very strange one. I think that is again, we had no splash screen from that. Very much a typical FPS type shooter, war theme. Maps and upgrades and tanks and parachuters or paratroopers, I should say. I'm not sure about that one at all. They've got a similar one with the U-boat game, if you don't know if you've seen that. So they've gone that route before. I really wanted to love that more than I did. There was nothing wrong with it. It's pretty solid. Not really my bag. Don't know how hooky that one is for me. Difficult thing to do monster game is animation part. I feel like the animations. I feel like it doesn't feel like animations fit on there. Mixing ingredients is fun, but the game is lack of liveliness. Okay, Hassan, let's just come for that. Because Voodoo had the catwalks, which I think is kind of funny. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that. I hope they do well with it. It's really interesting to see. Most of the graphics were good. It just, I think someone said it wasn't very entertaining, and I think that's a fair shout. It lacked that epicness of a shooter for me. It lacked the fun and excitement. But that's probably just me. I can't remember the name of it, but we won't be here next week. But I think for the following week, Christmas Eve, it'll be Christmas Eve. I'm going to pick out a couple of my favourite games that we played on the stream this year, and I'm going to find that other shooter, which I think is a much better example. So, no Academy live next week, but come back on the 24th if you're not too busy and join your Christmas. And I'll have a bit of eggnog, and we'll join together with a drink. So no, not next week, week after. And finally, we had Evil Genius, and that's where Hassan says it was difficult to do the monster animations, and it doesn't feel like they fit well on them, and they did kind of float around and didn't really move in the environment like you'd expect a big thing to sort of stomp about or whatever. Merry Christmas, sir. I think that's a good point, because it didn't feel like you were moving around. You were kind of floating around it, and it made for a little bit of an awkward control system. But and again, we're being overly critical here, only in the spirit that it's intended to see how we can improve and identify the things that doesn't quite hit. Because that's a lot of, it doesn't take a lot for, if something's just slightly off, because these games are relatively simple, you really notice it. And that's what I want to get, like, be critical, because ultimately that will see you in good stead to improve yourself when we're doing these sort of things, right? And the lack of liveliness. And I think there's there's a little bit, I think it's fair to say there's a little bit of translation here, but I think actually that's a really nice way of putting it. It didn't feel very lively. It didn't feel there was much energy about it. It didn't feel tense or anything. It just didn't. It was really flat for me. No, not at all, Hassan. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It's what we're here to do, right? That's the whole point of today. Game's promising only because one aspect needs fixing. Rest unique. Exactly. So this is it. So like I say this all the time. Like, this is not a bashing at all. On the contrary, right? Oh, just in time to finish. Perfect. Well, you were a bit too late there. Even the bots are slow today. So yeah, that last one, that had such potential, that one. I think those sort of ones, you kind of wish it to be a little bit better, because I really liked it. I just wanted it to be a little bit more polished, a little bit more fun, a little bit more something. But as a first start, Evil Genius, really great. Started off well with a nice story as well. When he jumped out the window after you mix them, I think is great. And I love the IO type thing. It's a proven thing that people like to do. We'll see where it takes it. All right, so that's going to go and wrap it up for today. Thanks for joining with me. Really appreciate it. Like I said, if you do get anything out of these streams, make sure you do hit the like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a ton. And also leave me a comment as well underneath the video. Let me know what you thought about today. What's your favourite game in that comment section? That would be super duper. So I appreciate that. Is Homa working on any big upcoming games? Well, yes, we are constantly have a big pipeline of games that are coming through. We are scaling certain games right now. I cannot say anything until they're released. Our latest release was Cardmaster, I believe. But there is, I can't say, but yes, I'm very excited to show you one of the new games that will be coming out shortly, I believe. The metrics are really promising on it, and it's really quite impressive. All right, it's going to go and wrap it up. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you once again. Remember, hit the like, subscribe, leave me a comment underneath, and remember, Jilly, games don't make themselves. I will catch you in a couple of weeks. See you later, everyone. Bye bye.